You are listening to Confessions of a Counselor podcast with Janice, mental health in bite-sized chunks. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Confessions of a Counselor. I'm your host, Janice, and in today's episode, I thought we would talk about a short-term client. We'll name them Sarah, and their journey through therapy in quite a short period of time. So this is a client who comes in, they have a specific problem, they're looking to resolve it, and they kind of move on from therapy once they feel completed in what they're doing. So let's jump right in. Sarah came in and was feeling quite low and kind of felt like her life was not where she wanted it to be. On the outside, everything looked okay, right? She had a job, she had friends, she was dating, but she didn't feel good on the inside. She didn't feel happy or successful or content with the life that she was living. And she had some traumas in her past around relationships and within her family. And so she needed to clear up some boundaries with those traumas that she had. But for the most part, she was self-aware. She knew what she wanted. She was living a life that she felt comfortable with, but again, it just didn't feel like it was clicking for her, and so that left her feeling sad a lot of the time. And so she had come in after a breakup and really just wanted to focus on self-love and self-exploration and how she could kind of feel better about the life that she was living. So this was quite a short-term client because she was so focused on what it is that she wanted, and we weren't dealing with a lot of outside issues. So yes, there was some retelling of the trauma that she experienced, but she was able to work through that fairly quickly. And then it was just about practicing skills and tools to align with how she was feeling about her life. So conversations with Sarah looked like how to set boundaries. Conversations also looked like, how do I focus on what it is that I want? So we did joys and drains, and we did a lot of boundary setting and looking at relationships and how they are impacting her life and how she's impacting the relationships in her life. So it was a lot of reframing and using skills and tools to notice where the discrepancies were with her beliefs and the way that she was showing up. So a lot of the work that we were doing was just to align how she felt with what she actually believed. So once we were able to integrate those two things, then she started to feel a lot better, and she was able to make a pretty quick turnaround in how she felt. So this was a really big success story for Sarah and how she felt about her life and where things were going. So it was a pleasure to work with her, and these short-term clients can feel very exciting and fast-paced to work with, but seeing how fast they adopt and accept and integrate that work is really powerful to see, that when someone is fully ready and fully capable of doing that work, how quickly that work can happen and that shift can appear in their life. So I hope that you found this helpful. Until next time, take care. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Confessions of a Counselor podcast is available anywhere you like to listen to your podcast, both on Apple and Android. New episodes will be released every Friday. If you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to join the conversation. Leave a review or subscribe to the podcast hosted on the Anchor app. All these details can be found at janicelyons.com. Until next time, take care.